Some crazy things happened yesterday. First of all, California had huge news for the auto industry. Secondly, SPI Energy had its stock go crazy. That's it. That's really what happened. But why did it happen and how should you react to it? That's what we're going to go into in this video. Hi everyone, AlexDMarie here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do business and personal finance related videos, so subscribe for tips on how to achieve your financial goals. So first thing we have to do is talk about California and then we'll go into SPI Energy. Yesterday afternoon, the governor of California announced that by the year 2035, California will ban the sale of gas-powered vehicles. But don't worry, if you live in California, you'll still be able to drive your old gas-powered car and you'll be able to sell it in the secondary market if you hit the like button. That was a bad joke, I'm sorry. I'm kidding, the ban only applies to new cars, so you'll still be able to sell it in the secondary market and you'll still be able to drive it. But hitting the like button will be gratefully appreciated. And Governor Newsom was so extra when he signed his executive order that he actually signed it on top of an electric red Mustang. Now, points have been made. Now, California is the first state to admit such an extreme measure directly related to reducing emissions of greenhouse gases. It follows countries such as the United Kingdom, France, who have similar orders in place. And this is huge for the automobile industry because it is likely that more states will follow suit with this. And so there will be an increase in demand for more EVs or electronic vehicles. And the auto companies who want to stay afloat will have to adapt to this growing demand and produce electronic vehicles. It's been seen through historical data that when big news hits the media, the stock market reacts. And California's was no different. Now, I'm filming this at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and from what I checked, there has been a decrease in the stock price for a few auto companies, but this can be for other reasons. I can't specifically pinpoint that this is because of California, but I'm sure that for some investors that was the reason. But something that we can't deny was because of news is SPI Energy. So in theory, companies that invest in non-gas powered vehicles should see an increase in their stock price. This is because the stock market is heavily influenced by supply and demand. There is an increase in consumer demand for non-gas powered vehicles. We should see an increase in the stock price for the companies that do invest in non-gas powered vehicles. And there is an increase in demand for non-gas powered vehicles, and the California news is going to push that even further. An example of this is what happened to SPI Energy yesterday. So SPI Energy is an energy company based out of Hong Kong. They usually do solar panels. Recently, as of yesterday, they are investing in a subsidiary that will focus on electronic vehicles and charging stations for them. The outcome of this was that investors reacted to the news and they took what was known as a penny stock for $3 and make the price skyrocket 3,100% in growth. Now, why did this happen? How can a stock start at $3, go up to 40, and go back down to 14 in one single day? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And don't even get me started how this morning it is already up 27%. What is going on with SPI Energy? If we go by the demand theory I explained earlier, the fact that it rose makes sense. Not at 3,100%, that's insane, but it makes sense why it grew. But it does not explain why it went back down to 14 later in the day. The only explanation I can think of is FOMO, aka fear of missing out. Investors are afraid that they'll miss out on a great opportunity to invest and make more money. So they make decisions based on current events and not real analysis. We can call it irrational decisions based on what some people out there are saying. If we dig deeper, the outcome of SPI Energy stock makes less sense. This company has been having massive losses for years. And as of right now, the latest data we have, they only have $3 million in cash. So if someone would make an analysis and decide to invest in this company, most people wouldn't. This is why it's so important as an intelligent investor to not react to news. So some Wall Street people and financial analysts will say that you should predict it. For example, the people who invested in SPI Energy before and had it skyrocket to $40. Those made a bunch of money, but they predicted the news. However, for me, this can be a double-edged sword. If you time the market correctly, you win, and you win big. But if you time it wrong, you lose, and you lose a lot. And with timing the market, it's a 50-50. You either predict it right or you predict it wrong. So it just depends on the level of risk you're willing to take. Now, I prefer long-term consistent investments, which is why I invest in index funds with the purpose of buy and hold by dollar cost averaging. Now, like I said prior, there is an increase in a demand for non-gas powered vehicles, especially EVs. And will this affect the stock price? I think so, 100%. Companies who are investing in these areas that are growing, yes, they should see an increase in their stock price. That's just my opinion, but I believe it will see it. But the important thing here, and the message I want to come across, whichever way you decide to use this information, it's because you've analyzed it, you've researched, and you've gone to your own conclusions, and not because of the fear of missing out. And that's all I have for today. Make sure to check out my channel. I'm sure you'll find other videos of interest to you. I also have a blog where I post personal finance topics, so make sure you check it out and link down below. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And if you found this video interesting or you think SPI stock is absolutely crazy, share this video with a friend. And on top of SPI Energy being crazy right now, comment down below, what do you think of this whole fiasco? The fact that a stock went up 3,100% in one day. It's insane. I want to know what you think, so comment down below. Yeah, okay, I'll go back to my little corner of the internet. I'll see you next Wednesday.